and specifically sub-counties which are going to benefit from the leasing of the vehicle to the police. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Kitayama. Member for Kuria East. Give Honorable Kitayama the microphone. There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the answer that I've just heard is a true misrepresentation of facts on the ground and a perpetuation of escapism that all governments have been doing around that area. Honorable Speaker, the problem in that area is known by everybody, including the one who asked this question. This problem must be traced from the 1660s, when the migration of people was happening in this country. And Honorable Speaker, the 2010 Constitution did give us instruments through constitutional bodies that would address historical land injustices. And that is why the National Land Commission was set up. Honorable Speaker, it is on record, even in this House, that as early as the time that the Laikipia migration was happening, back during the colonial days, that is when the resettlement that happened in Transmara-Kuria border started causing these problems that are here. And everybody knows that they are just playing to the gallery by escaping the facts. Mr. Speaker, it is also true that the TJRC commission that was set up to look into these issues documented this problem very extensively. And even after the TJRC report, the National Land Commission has listened to the complaints of the people of Kuria and the complaints of the people from Kilgoris and the people of the Maasai in that area. So, Honorable Speaker, it is unfair for us to continue receiving answers that are not solving the problem. And it is also not true that the people of Kuria are not in court. The honorable member knows that in Kilgoris, there is a running court case around this matter. In Nakuru, there is a running court case around this matter. He himself knows he has appeared before the National Land Commission and over this same matter. The National Land Commission is even continuously, is as we speak, reviewing this matter. So, Honorable Speaker, this answer is not helpful. It is not an answer that is meant to help the communities that are out there. And Honorable Speaker, there is no such thing as the Kuria having no rights there. The Kuria have documented rights. If you go to the National Archives, you will find the agreements that were written by the colonial governments during that, and there is no government that gets, governments exist in perpetuity. So the colonial government did record the agreements. The people of Kuria are rightfully claiming that land, and the matter is being frustrated by senior government officials over the years. Every government that has been in this country since independence has continuously frustrated the rights that the people of Kuria have been laying over this. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, you are not being told that in 2019, the National Land Commission did award the Kuria community that said piece of land, and it's only 20,000 acres. And the National Land Commission, if you go to the Kenya Gazette, it did, the Kenya Gazette, January 2019. The people of Kuria were awarded by none other than a commission of this country, a legal commission, the National Land Commission. So, Honorable Speaker, this is a scheme to keep this matter in court and continue frustrating the people of Kuria, purporting that they have no rights to live in Rift Valley. In Tanzania, the people of Kuria live in Tanzania, in Rift Valley. In other jurisdictions...
You've made your point.
Yes, Your Honorable Speaker, and we cannot continue having the... And Honorable Speaker, it can also be traced in 1989, when...
You've made your point, Kitayama. Tongoyo, are you misleading the House?
Mr. Speaker,
Hold on, Tongoyo. Let's hear Sunguli first. Sunguli.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, in view of the comments by my friend, a very dear friend of mine, Honorable Kitayama, isn't it now in order that you direct the chairman to come up with a more researched answer? Because, Mr. Speaker, when I walked into this house, I did not know that the Kuria people of Kuria district, of Migori County, are out on an act of aggression and that they claim land which is in Transmara. Isn't it in order for the chairman to ask the government to come up with a clear boundary between Migori County and Narok County, because we all live in our own homes, and where people are going to trace their historical rights, that we are not going to get to the bottom of the problem, and we are not going to get an answer. So can you direct the chairman that he has not answered this question, and that let him go and get a more researched answer which is satisfactory and which will dissuade my colleagues from Kuria from claiming the land from in Transmara?
Yes, Kitayama. And this time, take less time. Give Kitayama the mic.
Honorable Speaker, the Constitution of this country allows anybody to buy land anywhere within the jurisdiction of this country. History has recorded how the people of Kuria acquired that land. It is in the records of government. It is in the records. And this is not a matter of Migori County or Transmara or Rift Valley County. This is a matter that our people own land in any other part of this country. Whether that part will be in Rift Valley, there is nowhere in the Constitution that says that the people of Kuria can only be in Migori. And if there is such, I would like to be shown. The same way that all other communities reside in Rift Valley, they reside in Nyanza, they reside in other regions, is the same way that the people of Kuria have a right to reside in Rift Valley. So, and he himself, he knows. His own farm, there are people of Kuria who reside on his own farm. He knows that. The people of Mashangwa are Kuria people who live in Rift Valley. So he cannot now turn around and say that though the Kuria people can only be found in Migori. In Tanzania, we are found everywhere. In Rift Valley, in Mara, in everywhere, in every part, and Mr. Speaker, we are not going to be subjected to that kind of warmongering, which started in 1989, and we all know who are the leaders in that time when the people of Kuria were flushed from their land in that area that is called Muyui. And this is a fact that is recorded very, very well. It has been properly prosecuted, and I'm ready, Honorable Speaker, if this House was to set up even a tribunal to look into it, and you'll be surprised, Mr. Speaker, who will live with egg on face over this matter.
Tongoyo. Order, Sunguli. This cannot be a ping pong between you and Kitamaya. Okay, Sunguli.
Mr. Speaker, this is not about the Kuria who live in Transmara. The Kuria who live in Transmara live in a place called Mashangwa. They are my voters, and their rights are protected. These aggressors to Angata are people from a village called Nyanderema who are voters of my colleague there. They live in a different county. They don't have title on any land. And I do not want to say that the Constitution says this or that. The Constitution is very clear that if you have land, then you have property over it, and a tribe does not come in. But I'm not talking about the people of Mashangwa. The people of Mashangwa have rights. They have land. We are giving them more locations. We are giving them more sub-locations. We are giving them a road, and they are very well protected. The people of Nyanderema have no rights. on the land of other people. The land belongs to the people of Angata.
Order. Order. Both of you are actually saying the same thing. The chairman of the committee said the land in issue as a contest between people from the Kipsigis community, the Maasai community, and the Kuria community. If you need more details, go to the committee and prosecute your case. Tongoyo?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, listening keenly to the both members of parliament, it is just confirming what I had earlier said, that the whole problem has been an issue of ownership of land, and it has got a very long history. Mr. Speaker, on issues as complex as this, it goes beyond the mandate of security alone. It is a cross-cutting issue. It touches on issues of land dealt within the Ministry of Land, and actually many times also call for a political solution, that such leaders and all of us may occasionally or at times need to be called upon to help address the problem. So what I want to say, Mr. Speaker, let the leadership between the Sunguli and all of us and the people concerned able to look in an amicable way to address the problem, because it goes beyond a security issue. It touches land, it touches on the issue of boundaries. There are several cases in court talking into the same. So, Mr. Speaker, maybe I will suggest that depends on you can guide that we let the leaders able to see whether we can